Hello, good morning students. This is Agustina Lata, Assistant Professor of MBA from KSR College of Arts and Science. So, in the last video we have seen about unorganized and organized retail sector. So, now let us have a brief discussion about these sectors. Now, next is your unorganized retail store. What is organized and unorganized retail store? So, this is a new term for all of us, organized or unorganized. We generally say it is a retail store. But what is unorganized? It is nothing but the retail store which do not come under the purview of income tax, sales tax, no legal formalities, no legal statutory requirement for them. They can open their shops anywhere, they can operate it. They are not responsible to anyone, but ethics they have to follow. Whatever the shops they are running, they have to follow the ethics. So, I already told you traditional formats which are selling the goods at low cost, take your melas, your fairs. So, they do not have to pay any tax when melas or fair, Chandai, Tuesday or a Tuesday market or Saturday market, whatever the market is operating, they need not pay any income tax to the government. And even 95% of the retail trade today, it is based on unorganized retail sector only. So, during the time of pandemic, we have gained a much from unorganized traders only. People, they used to buy all the vegetables, they used to bring all the vegetables through van or lorry, and we used to purchase from them. So, they are unorganized retailers, those who do not have any formalities. And even in unorganized sector, if you go into any market area, take E-Road, we have market where many unorganized retailers are there. They will be selling vegetables, they will be selling your textile, and E-Road, which is the hub of all textile areas, you get whatever your basic necessary accessories, from there we can purchase it. Okay, the thing is they are selling at a low cost, and it depends upon us whether we want to spend low cost or high cost. But 95% of the retail market is completely based on unorganized sector. And basically these shops will be owned by a sole proprietor, a single person, we can say it as a sole proprietor or partnership. So, when it is owned by 2 or 3 persons, we can say it is a partnership. So, where this format will be located? Near the local corner stores. So, local corner store is nothing, end of our street or the start of the street, whatever we can say, a store will be there. Even it may be a tea shop, it may be a biscuit shop, whatever it is. So, in India there will not be any village without a tea shop. So, even it is a local vendor or a retailer. Then owner manned general store. So, this is a owner manned general store, we can say he will be a sole person, he will run his own business, he won't hire any other person to look after his store. Then Pan Bidi shop, and will be much surprised to see that people from North India, they have come and they have settled and opened Pan Bidi shop, or we can say it as a Bida shop in Tamil Nadu, and these people have established their shop and they are doing their business in a well organized way. Then mandis, Banya ka dukan, mandis are nothing, market, Banya ka dukan is nothing, as in Tamil we say Annachi kada, Chettiar kada, or whatever it is, in the same way Banya ka dukan is the term which is used by Gujaratis. Next we will see pop and mom stores. So, this is the stores run by their own family members, and basically this will be the stores run from the ancestral period. And next is your Kirana store. Kirana store is nothing but the general store, or in Tamil we can say it is a Mallige Kadai. So, that is your Kirana store. And hand cart, the person who sells your fruits in the hand cart, and till now we have this system of selling, and the person will come by shouting whatever he is selling, or either he will carry on a basket and they will sell the product. Then pavement vendors, the people who are sitting beneath beside the roadside, they have pavement vendors. These pavement vendors are selling the goods at a very low cost, and we people will find very difficult to purchase from them at a very low cost. Then let us see the features of unorganized retail sector. Low investment, they need not have to, the retailer of this type of sector need not have to invest a large amount, whereas if it is a pavement vendor, they have to just purchase a plastic or rubber sheet, a basket, or and 2-3 types of just blankets to sit. So that is enough. So their investment is very, very low, and less space is also needed. They need not want 500 square feet or 1000 square feet. So like anything, they do not want to have such space. So we can see the people who are selling the tender coconut near the roadside, they need only one tree, banyan tree or any other tree. Under the tree they will be selling the tender coconut. And low rental, sometimes they have to pay the low rental to the municipal of that particular place. Then they need not pay any tax, or at times if it is a shop which is running at a good profit, they may pay tax to the local authority. And lack of standardization, you cannot expect quality or standardized product. They may be selling a safety pin for 10 safety pin for 2 rupees, but those pin may not be worth of it. So that is, the quality will be less, but that will be suitable for the people who cannot afford to go and purchase the product from the high paid or so called as your organized retail sector. Okay. So in the society, low income people are also there, high income people are also there, middle income people are also there. So the society provides a space for all types of consumer to come and purchase the goods in terms of unorganized and organized retailers. And they will be selling the goods to the local customers only. They need not go carry their goods to 2 or 4 kilometers and they will go to other villages to sell the goods. The limitation is to the local customer. Then shops are fragmented. The shops will be scattered here and there, and it will be possible for them to sell. Residential areas, generally these types of shows will be followed in the residential areas only. If there is no residential area, of course their business will not run smoothly. So even if there are 4 or 5 residents in a place, they will go and they will sell their product. So lack of technology, they may not possess computer to bill, and they will not have any other high tech equipment to give a good and hi-fi service to you. So completely technology is lacking. Lack of marketing mix. So marketing mix, as we all know, blending of 7 P's, that is your product, price, place, promotion, place and services. So this marketing mix will be lacking in their services. So see, this is a view of an organized retail store. So I think now you got an idea what is your unorganized retail store, and everybody daily we are coming across this structure, and even we go and purchase from this store. So this is what your unorganized retail store sector. Now come to the organized retailing. So this unorganized retailing have started with the increase in population. When the growth of the population started to bloom, what happened? It was unaffordable or insufficient for the unorganized retailer to fulfill the needs of the population. Therefore, organized retailers or organized players or market players, they came into the field. So LPG, we say it is another term, liberalization, privatization and globalization, and mainly it was focused in the 19th century, when the government has given full liberalization for the foreign product as well as the Indian product to enter into the market. In this period, many foreign players, they entered into the Indian market. So here let us see the process about it. So trading activity is undertaken only by licensed retailers. So if you see the board of a retailer, you can see license number will be there. So while passing through your area, you just see a local shop or a retail shop and see license number will be given. Then high investment is needed in order to purchase all the racks, shelf, whatever the glass accessories they need. So high investment is needed for them. And then it required large premises. Premises is nothing but the area or campus in order to operate a retail shop. trained staff will be there. Unless and until training is given to the staff, they will not be in a position to sell the product. When you go to a large shop near E Road, take as a Chennai store or whatever it is, you have trained faculty, trained salesmen, and they possess enough patient and tolerant to cope up with you and sell the product. So this is how a organized retailer should have a good HR department, where they should possess trained faculty or trained staff to have a good sales promotion. Then well equipped infrastructure. So when you enter into the shops should impress you and it should try to capture you into the shop. Whether you want to purchase or not, that is secondary, but there should be an inspiration and intention to get into the shop and to purchase. So this is possible only with the organized retailer who invest high amount of investment into his store. And again, this include publicly traded supermarkets. So what are supermarket? So basically I think in 1990s or 2000, supermarket, hypermarket, department store, when it started to enter into our region, we felt only the people who are very rich, they will go to supermarket. People like us, we should not go, or we cannot afford to buy. No, not like that. All the people can go to the supermarket, because the product displayed in the supermarket will be fair and reasonable according to the preference of the consumer, but the area needed is nearly 8,000 square feet to 20,000 square feet. So for all this supermarket, multiplex or department store, corporate store and retail outlets which are backed by retail chains or privately owned traditional large retail format, we need the square feet of this area. If you are able to fulfill the premises to this area, then only the government will give you license to run a shop. What is the reason? Because you want to open a shop for 10 to 15 stories of building, and if your area, your premises is very congested, it will be harmful for the people or the customer. They cannot have a free shopping in your place. Therefore, we need good ventilation, we need good parking area, people need sophisticated sitting places in all these multiplex supermarkets, department store or hypermarket. But it is pitiable and sorry to say, many of the retailers, they are running their department store or supermarket without any ventilation, without any AC facility. So when you get into the store, you will come completely wet and come out of the store. So this is not good for health also. So when a retailer who wants to invest large amount and wants to operate a multiplex, he should be conscious about consumers' health factor also. So we have Saravana stores, then Pothys, Chennai Silks, which are multi-story stores. And initially the very olden days, we have Spencer Plaza in Chennai. After that only number of stores started to generate in each and every city, town and district. Then preference of organized retail store. So what made you to choose organized retail store? That is the main factor. So when we 3 or 4 will be discussing, we will say I went to that shop, I went to this shop. But nowadays it is very rare to hear from the people that I went to a nearby shop to purchase, take a towel or any other low cost product also, because we want to show that my preference is to visit an organized retail store. So what is the factor that determines you? Changing in demographic profile. So what is your demographic profile? Your social status, your income, your preference level, then your gender level. So usually people who are studying college, generally youth, they will not like to go and stand near a store which is very crowded or where there is not at all any facility available. So those age people, they will be like to go to a shop which provides all comfortness to them. Apart from selling, they need relaxation, they need comfortness, and of course in all big large retail store we find a cafeteria or canteen facility also. So this is all the changes in the generation gap or changes in the demographic status of our people. Then increasing disposable income. As our standard of living increases, because of our income also rises, we choose to go to a organized retail store. Urbanization, all the rural setup started to change into urban area, therefore we choose it. Then preference of luxury goods. So my preference is to choose luxury goods which I cannot purchase near the payment store or a nearby local or retail vendor. Therefore, I would like to go to a big market or a hypermarket and I will try to purchase from them. Emergence of multinational companies. This is the main reason which have molded you to change your taste and change your behavioral pattern. So, because of the rights of your multinational company, if you take your Chennai, Sholinganallur and Siriseri full tidal park or IT park. So, what happened? Those people preference will entirely change because the psychological perception is that they earn good salary and therefore they want to go to a hi-fi shops. Adapting to Western culture. If you go to the trends, you will see a separate section is there which sells all the accessories, apparels of Western cultures only. So, this is how we have started to mold and change our psychological outlook of life. Status quo. Of course, when my friend, my colleague, she wants to go to a shop, she wants to visit a department store, why I should go to nearby shop? Therefore, there is a status quo which replicates between us and therefore, we both try to go to a department store. Whether if I purchase a 10 rupees chocolate, I am proud to say that I have purchased from so and so shops. Change in lifestyle, of course the lifestyle changes and that is why everything in our life, your behavior, your outlook changes. Working women force. So, now nearly 75% of the women, they would like to work and therefore their lifestyle changes. So, one time was there when they used to depend upon completely on male or husband to get their things from through them, but now they no more want to rely on their husband. In spite of that, since they are earning, they want to go and spend their amount in any store. So, I know a person who says that if I am having stress, I will not show that stress into my house. In spite of that, I will take my vehicle and go to a supermarket and I will spend my time there by seeing all the things which is displayed in the shop. So, people are there who want to spend time in such stores. So, that is also one type of people. Then changing consumer taste and preference. Long back, maybe I may be eating morning, I may be eating dosa or idli, but now my children or the young generation, they would like to eat only pasta, Maggi. So, this is all your taste changes because all the hotels which provides Chinese foods, Western culture foods, likewise your taste and preference changes. You want to look for the shop which gives you the delicious nutrition of other areas. Then availability of quality of goods and services, you get a good quality of product under your supermarket. Then media explosion, until and unless media plays an important role, your product will be left as a product into the market. Then another one very important thing is either it is department store, supermarket, multiplex, hypermarket, you all get all the product under one roof, under one shop. You need not roam to 10 shops to purchase the product. Then see, this is your organized retail sector or organized retail store where the products are displayed neatly. You can have your self-service, you can purchase it whatever the product you want. You need not call each and every time the salesman and ask what is the cost because everything is visible and clear to you. You can check it in any way. And these are top 10 retailers in India, global brand owner, then Walmart Incorporation, Amazon, Future Group, Reliance Group, Tata Group, 197 Communications Limited, Avenue Supermarket, Aditya Birla Group, Landcare Raheja Corporation. So, these are all the 10 top retailers and we all know that Walmart is the very foremost and the leading retailer. So, by this I want to conclude with the organized and unorganized retail industry. Thank you, students.